This is the Wurkkos HD01 Pro, and graciously, Wurkkos sent me two of these lights. I know what you're wondering too. Well, one is to give away to you guys. So at the end, this light here, this orange one, will be given away, and I will tell you exactly how to do it. But for now, let's go right into the specs for this light. So the HD01 Pro is probably packed full of the most features of any light that I have ever reviewed. It is crazy. So to start off, we'll talk about the main white light. It has two emitters on the front, but only one of them is your main white light. So with that, it has a max claimed output of 1200 lumens. Pretty good for one of these little flat flashlights, kind of EDC carry style. So with your main flashlight, you have to hit this bottom switch. So one time, and I have it all the way up to I think 1200 lumens right there. Then I press and hold, and it's going to go down to its low, press and hold, medium, high, and turbo, quote unquote, at 1200. And then I just press it once, and it's going to turn back off. And you'd think, well, that's enough, right, Zach? Not enough. The top button is a green laser. Very cool. Green lasers are cool. All lasers are cool. And this one is quite powerful, and you can see the beam at night too if it's a little bit foggy, which I think is kind of neat. So you got your green laser if you need a pointer. And then there's more. If you double tap, you're going to get to your UV light. So I have a full-on UV light. That is the other emitter out of the front here. And it's a very bright UV light. You can see pretty far away. I can light things up. Might light my shirt up, my teeth a little bit. And you think, well, that's enough. But no, there's your phaser mode if you triple click on the bottom one. So the top one, a double click on the top one is going to get me to my side bar light, which I have another full range of, there you go, you can see the full range all the way low, medium, high, and that's pretty impressive in and of itself. It does have a magnetic tail, so if I turn that on and I want to hook this up right behind me and provide light downwards, it does that really well. It will also stand sideways, which some flat lights will not. And that's due to its kind of oblong shape, as you can see, which is kind of nice, and it is pretty comfortable in the hand. So I press that once and that'll turn it off. Remember, that is the double click on the top switch. A triple click on the top switch is going to get me to my police lights. For some reason, they keep putting these in in lights. I don't know why. As a patrol officer myself, I would literally never use this, so I don't really know why it's there, but I suppose it is. So if I press and hold on this one, it's going to get me to my spectrum RGB. So I do have full spectrum RGB. If I press and hold, you'll see it very slowly changes colors. Now magenta, red, orange, yellow. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I can double click and it goes to a flashing of whatever color I left it on. Another double click, and there's some way to get this to do some crazy light up. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. There it is. So there is your crazy lighting thing. And there it's a teardrop one. Why you would ever use this, I have no idea. It's like people who use a ton of RGB in their computer builds. It just doesn't really look that good. It's kind of silly. But, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, there it is. And a single click will turn it off. Honestly, all I really care about is the main white light. I do like that it has a UV light. I think that can be kind of useful. And the laser pointer, depending on what you do, could be pretty useful to you as well. Especially if you're like an instructor or something like that. So, the Wurkkos, tons and tons of features packed into this. The light itself has a great pocket clip on it. It's got a reverse clip as well, so you can throw it on a hat, throw it in a pocket. It wears very comfortably. It sits very deep. It's a USB-C rechargeable light. This light itself, something concerning to me, is that it is only IP65. That is the lowest I have ever tested. I'm thinking I'm not going to do the 30 minutes underwater. I'm probably just going to do a rain shower with this light because there is no way it is going to survive. Wurkkos is not going to rate it that low if they think it would even remotely survive in a submerged environment. This has a 1000 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery in it, assuming because it is that flat flashlight type. So we'll see how it holds up, and we'll see if it does hold up. We're going to take this outside first, and I'm going to show you exactly what it's capable of. Here we are with the HD01 Pro. I'm going to start with the laser because it looks super cool. You can see I'm reaching those 220 meter trees no problem. Here's that 50, 100 meter, 220, and obviously beyond. And I get a sweet laser trail on this. So this green laser is quite outstanding on this, and I absolutely love that. But let's move on from that and go to the main light. Ooh, there is everything, sneak peek, but this is down on low on the HD01. And then let's scroll to medium. There is high, lots of light coming out of this. Really wide beam, which is really great, really good for EDC. I love to see that. And then let's see if there's one more. There it is. That should be everything on it. And that 100 meter tree is lit up. So this close one is 50. Can I turn the laser on? This close one is 50, and this one is 100. And you can easily see it lit up with this. And I think it's touching the 200 meter trees. Maybe. It's really hard to tell, but this thing's great. This is a ton of light. I think, what, 1200 lumens, like I said. This thing looks really, really good lighting up this whole street. But let's move into the side lights, if I can even get to them. But a double tap, there we go. There's my bar light. So there you can see my bar lights. There's the bar light, low, medium, high. At the HD01 Pro, just for fun, here's the laser because lasers are cool. And moving on. And here is the low mode on the main lights. And then let's scroll up your medium, your high, and your turbo. Just tons of light coming out of this. Let's go back to the low, because low is kind of what we want in these interior situations, because you don't want a ton of light bouncing back at you. But this is plenty of light to look through this, no problem. A double tap on this will get me my bar lights, which quite a good amount of light coming out of that. There's your next step up, and this is the lowest. So this is going to be your quote moonlight mode, which gives you a nice broad, wide range, and you can't see a ton. So you go up to the next one, and that gives you a good amount of light. Then medium, and then I think that's it. Yeah, just 1, 2, 3 modes on that sidebar, but it is a good color temperature, and it does look quite nice. So here we have the RGB spectrum. I'm just going to press and hold, and it's going to go through the spectrum, so you'll see the color of lights and the brightness that it provides. I personally am not going to use this on this light probably. I might, leave it on a red or something if I can catch it on. That's just about red right there. That's kind of magenta, and there's your red. So that's the red light. Not a ton of light, but that's to be expected. Then it goes into more of an orange, blue, and all those other hues. But I wouldn't use it, but maybe you will. Okay, so the HD01 Pro is not IP68 or 67 or 66. It's IP65. So IP65 should be rated for water jets from any direction, so I'm just going to kind of rinse this thing off over my drain here. Hopefully I don't drop it in the drain. And that's how we're going to do it from now on. So let's do it. Let's turn it on like we usually do. Light is now on, and let it rip. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30 seconds. 9, 30. 30 seconds approximately. And I will get back to you guys and make sure there's no water intrusion, and we'll go right to the drop testing. All right, after a little investigation, there is water inside, and that is a bummer. And if you try and turn the green laser on, you no longer really get a laser. It's kind of a weird shape. And if I shake it around even more, it'll turn into a different shape because there is water inside of there. But all the other lights work. You're just going to get kind of some slightly odder angles with this thing because there's a little bit of water in there, which is a bummer, but is what it is. All right, we're going to do the drop testing on the HD01. I did get a little bit more dry, so you can see the laser now, but there is still some water in it. So we'll put it on low, waist height, head height on its head on its side, and here we go. No breakage or anything, and still works no problem. Let's go throw it off the roof. All right, HD01 off the roof. See ya. Ooh. All you need to do is subscribe to Self-Equip YouTube channel and comment down below, and I will choose a winner at random in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from the posting of this video, I will choose a winner. So hopefully you guys win. This is a great flashlight. I actually genuinely like this. If you want to pick it up, I have a link down in the description, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Okay, the HD01 Pro survived. Kind of no problem, honestly. The only issue was really that water intrusion. So drop testing, it is definitely solid and definitely took a few good strikes. I'm super happy that it's still working because I do really like this flashlight. I think it's really utilitarian. It's got a lot of cool things on it. I like the sidebar. Definitely great for, you know, looking downward like that if you can have something to throw the magnet on. I think it's fantastic. It has a ton of light, the most out of any of these flat flashlights that I've tested, but that water intrusion has been an issue with these flat flashlights. For whatever reason, no one can figure out how to seal this front lens here. That's where it always fails with everything that I've tested, and there is still just a little bit of water in there. So I'll probably throw this thing in rice for a day or two and just see if it can suck out all the moisture, and I'll use it as a little EDC. But that brings me to my point of the giveaway. So I will be giving an HD01 Pro away in orange, and it will be yours. All you need to do is subscribe to Self-Equip YouTube channel and comment down below, and I will choose a winner at random in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from the posting of this video, I will choose a winner. So hopefully you guys win. This is a great flashlight. I actually genuinely like this. If you want to pick it up, I have a link down in the description, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.